What is this we have here? Seems like a poem. But we've just found it. I mean, it's just sitting here. Should we read it? I mean, we could. All right, well, let's go for it. She always wore a green coat, a windbreaker, wrinkled as though she had walked often in the rain without cover and left it on her floor later. She looked like Jessica Tandy, and I secretly cried during many movies, but none so much as the one she was in. She came into the store. She'd buy these sweet drinks from the powdered machines that threw out Van Hout coffee. Not good enough for the likes of the gas station Angel, but there she was. Sometimes her husband had a chance before work. He looked like it anyway, suit and tie, to come in with her. I couldn't help myself one day. She had the sweetest frailty, the bluest of eyes, and still quite young. Rich hair and I think the slightest accent as we walked one day as she was left alone and had accidentally bought an extra drink. They were spilling on her hands, so I left my gas station job. I had to walk her home. She looked too confused. She only ever bought one, and she must have gotten super confused in the process. She'd been too ashamed to say anything at the counter. She talked about how she had just gotten a little turned around, and she talked fast at first, but as she realized I was listening and was walking alongside her, she got comfortable. When we reached her place, I was inside all of a sudden, and it felt like she was okay. So I turned to leave, and I noticed dozens of paintings, each one of a sunset or a valley or an oceanside with cliffs. Some were quite good, but they got closer to the end of the hallway and looked more like a child. The sunsets became orbs of angry fire shapes, and the clouds and differences sort of melded with the cliffside. Walking away, feeling the tears on my face and sort of choking only a few of them back, taking my losses, or taking my boss's reprimands. You can't just walk away. I walked back onto Hastings Street at the Shell station, and in the baking summer afternoon, on my shoulders, I knew there was only so many days and so many paintings and so many poems before I was like her, held up in an apartment. With angels like this, you have to take the reminder of time and life, ramble and be a little more decent to each other, and go for poetry.